Today we're reviewing the Yeti M20 Backpack Cooler, which we've got right here. So you can see it's got backpack straps on it, and then what you've got is all these different loops here which you can add accessories to. So Yeti has some accessories you can add to this, but it is also a pretty standard webbing. So if you wanted to get third-party accessories like a carabiner for maybe a water bottle or something, you could do that. So in terms of what you get with this, this claims that it holds up to 36 cans without ice. And I'll put a can down there just for reference there. You can see that at the bottom, there's plenty of space. So I have fit 36 in here, but then you really can't put ice in. So you just would need to pre-cool those beverages. In terms of how much it can fit with ice, it fits definitely 24 beverages. With ice then, no problem, and that's going to be enough ice to keep everything cool for a day out on the water or at the beach, and I think that's where this excels. So I really like the lining and coating in here. You can't really see it, but I did have a drink explode in here one time, and super easy to clean out, and then also just stays really nice and clean, so I haven't had any issues with that. We'll just throw that back in there and then show you how this works. So at the top, it's just like a magnetic kind of like closure that keeps the cold air cold in there. And then what you do is kind of just push and fold, and then you can clip this if you want it secured. Now, when I've used this at the beach or gone on a boat with this, I didn't clip it. I didn't have any problems, but that's definitely going to give you kind of like more insulation and security so that stuff isn't falling out of here when you're moving around. And that is what I like about this. This is why I went with the M20 Yeti Backpack Cooler. Over they have a, I think it's M30 bag. So the M30 held 42 cans instead of this one holding 36. But then it's a bag that you're carrying around everywhere, versus this is going to free up your hands if you want to be able to carry stuff to the beach. And then because you've got all these loops, you could throw like your towel on here if you wanted, if you had some bungees or something like that to kind of wrap your towel up. Whatever else you wanted, you could clip to the side. So you've got side clips here, or loops on this side, and then you've got a whole bunch of loops right here. So I might put like a bag here, and then something to carry my towels would probably be a good idea. And then what also is nice is you do have like these loops on the side for if you're grabbing it out of the truck or something like that. No problems there. But it definitely has kept beverages cold for an entire day. I didn't have any issues with that. With about 24 cans in there and then ice. Now, it just kind of depends on what you've got. If you've got skinnier cans, I probably would stack them like 3 or 4 across. With these cans, it really just depends. You can see, like, if you go that way, it's not really ideal. It takes up a fair amount of space, versus putting them like this. I think you're going to get more in there. But if you go this way with the cans, you can get a fair amount in there versus going the other way, because you can kind of get like 3 across and 3 deep. So that works pretty well. Or 3 and 3, so you get like 6 to 8 down there, no problem. So you just got to kind of play around with it and see what's going to work best for you when using this. But overall, big fan of this. And then just this magnetic closure right there on the Yeti M20 backpack bag. So I preferred this over the just regular bag, the M42, because it frees up your hands. And then it actually is very high quality straps here. So they also do have some loops here on the front, so you can put a water bottle up here. These straps have lots of loop, and then there is some padding right here, so this thing's really comfortable. And they did include a little like chest strap thing for in here. Now I haven't put that on, I didn't need it, but I probably will attach that, so that's nice. So this will fit 36 beverages without ice is what the claim is, and definitely you could get that in there. In my experience, somewhere around 20 to 30 with ice is where you're going to get more beverages, 24 to 30-ish with some ice, and then it stays pretty cold. Now, I would recommend that you have your beverages, you get them cold and then put them in here. rather than have the beverages cold and put the ice in. Just because of limited space, you're going to melt that ice quicker if you're putting hot beverages in with the ice. So I always recommend pre-chill when you're using this cooler. But overall, solid cooler. You can see I've been using it pretty hard, taking it on some trips. So great for camping, great for a day at the beach, or great for boating. And just nice, compact, easy to carry, but still gets you a lot of cooling capacity. So thanks for watching this review of the Yeti M20 Cooler. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.